Beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of the Ignite Your Purpose Show podcast vlog, where I am talking daily about longevity through a healthy lifestyle. It is a mix of the mental, physical, and spiritual knowledge, something I have deemed the mind, body, soul trifecta, because without one, you don't have the other. Without two, you don't have the one. Without one, you don't have the two. You know what I'm talking about, people. Simply, we try and be better than we were the day before. And how I do this is through my 10 years plus mental, physical, spiritual training in Soto Zen, mindfulness, and some of the other practices I do. And I try and take daily occurrences that have happened in my life, and through my skill, my amazing skill of storytelling, I try and take those lessons and elevate myself. And hopefully you get the same, fire under your ass. You get the same lesson. It's something we do in class, in the dojos. We sit around and, like I always say, if somebody's got a problem, ours might not be identical to theirs, but there is always a way we can relate it to ourselves, and we learn and we grow. It's something we do in class. It's sometimes an hour plus of our class where we all talk and, do our dumping and dishing of our whatever gossip or problems. And yeah, people learn, and it's amazing. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a amazing little study I saw on millennials, and not to shit on millennials because it's not about them. I have a feeling that this goes way past any age category. I think it is the society we live in, and I want to get your feedback on this because it was something I was going to dabble in as well. And then I saw these staggering numbers, and I was blown away. All right. So the study basically showed how millennials are having problems saving money, having problems paying their rent, their tuitions, whatever problems they're having. I mean, we're all the same. It doesn't matter what age we are, right? And the reason for this, they were studying, this study found, and they did it, I think, over 8,500 students at a bunch of colleges. I'm reading off my notes for those who are watching me right now. And it was this. So they are spending on average per month over $1,000 in food, via apps. All right. So this is where it gets to. In the world we live in now, right? It's so easy if you're a gamer, if you're working on this thing we call the computer all the time, if you're at work, all you have to do now is pick up the phone, you know what I'm saying? And you just go, hit the app, order 3 things, and it comes. That money is then taken out of your account, obviously. That's another thing none of us have anymore, is a lot of cash. So it's not like the good old days when, like I was talking a couple of days ago with that grandma that paid change for me, paying it forward. What a beautiful lady who bought me a tea, paid in dimes and nickels and quarters. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that physical prowess. Like, they always tell me, if you don't want to spend money, carry big bills only, because it's harder for you to break and want to spend $100 bill than a $5 bill, right? So we don't have that relationship with money anymore, man. It just comes out of your account. You don't even see, you don't really know. I mean, even if you're doing your, doing your budget every night, you get a taste of it. But when you're ordering something online, man, it's night and day. And so, yeah, they're going through food, whether it's healthy food or not. I don't know. I think that's something we would all have to, dig deep into. But it's something I myself was going to do, right? So we were thinking about getting a chef to cook some stuff for us, and, really in the end, either way, one of the things we personally spend most of our money on is food. And I mean, you can look at all the bills, all the research done, and it's one of the things most humans spend their money on. 40% of their incomes, I think, go to food and rent, right? Like, that's massive amounts of your own money. Now, add that to the fact that, if you're gaming, you're in the moment, you're just like ordering pizzas and you have no clue. And then we also have no clue of what we're even putting into our body. It just gets here. We're doing our thing. We shovel it in our face. I foresee so many problems with that. I also see a lot of benefits to it. I see a shit ton of benefits to it as well. If, again, we take the responsibility on ourselves to see what the people are cooking, right? And I'm talking a little bit more almost like personal chefing, right? Because I've seen a bunch of apps like this, and I think it's brilliant. Ordering pizzas and maybe, Chinese or Mexican food or Italian food, where it's just heavy carbs. You're sitting in front of stuff all the time. Once in a while, hey, man, it's all good for us. I get it. But when you're spending that kind of money per month, plus you're like, that's $1,000 just on food. That's before the rent. Man, I remember being 20 years old, man. I was not spending $1,000 a month on food. I was scrimping by on like the worst, you know, itchy ban and fucking tuna. That was that was all I'd eat, and maybe a loaf of white bread once a week. You know what I mean? Like, to spend that kind of money now, it definitely shows. Again, it just shows where the world's kind of heading to, and how much more responsibility we need to take on ourselves. You don't want to get into massive amounts of debts. Pay attention. Pay attention, people. And again, do your research on what the hell you're buying. Having said that, healthy food may cost a little more. That's not 100% guaranteed, but it may. But you're either going to pay for it now or you're going to pay for it later. Do you want to be 40, 45, 50, 65, 70 and in poor health and spending all your savings on trying to get back to health? Or do you want to spend just a little bit more today to be better tomorrow? That's my philosophy. I'm going to spend more today to be better tomorrow. That's all I know how to do. Beautiful people, take the time to know what it is you want, know where it is you're going, and then don't let yourself be sucked in by, buying too much food, buying too many pairs of sneakers, buying too many pairs of jeans, too many pairs of shades, the cool bling, whatever it is. Do you get to your goal and be like a tank in the middle of the street? That's my advice. I try and adhere to that every single damn day. Sometimes I falter. Sometimes I want a piece of cake, but I don't get to eat it because guess what? I'm a disciplined motherfucker. But anyway, beautiful people, that's all I got to say. I appreciate your time. I thank you as always. Let's do this again tomorrow. Pay attention to your personal and financial goals. Do your best. Forget the rest. I thank you.